What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. So we had Crown Jewel this past Saturday, and Bobby Lashley in Saudi Arabia, he did a interview. I believe he did it in Saudi Arabia. I'm actually about to, pull it up right now. He was interviewed by, it says here on Craig Seats, that he was interviewed by, literally, I'm reading Radio Raheem, while in Saudi Arabia for Crown Jewel. And after saying he wants to add a tag team title to his resume before he retires, he went and talking to reuniting the Hurt Business. So this is what he said, I quote from the interview. The Hurt Business was something that everybody loved, and I think that everybody will still love. So never say never, and not even never say never. I will make sure that somehow, some way, we get back together, because it seems like right now everybody's getting back into some sort of group in WWE. There are so many different factions that are coming together in WWE, and the most important faction and the one of the biggest factions over the last few years, the one that took us all the way through the pandemic, was the Hurt Business. During the pandemic, everybody else was staying at home. There were so many people staying at home. There were so many people who didn't want to work. There were so many people that just kind of took a back step. Well, the Hurt Business stepped up. Myself, Shelton, Cedric, and MVP, we stepped up. We were every part of the show for a long time, so I think that should get a rebirth. So everybody knows how big.
Hold on. What did Mr. Man tell you? He looked directly in the camera. What did he tell you? just let me know. What did he tell you?
Vince McMahon told me that the Hurt Business was dead and it is never coming back.
Ever coming back.
But here's the thing, though. Vince ain't there no more, player.
That is true, man.
Vince ain't there. Okay, look, I'm gonna tell y'all like it is. I am a Hurt Business fan, okay? I was into the Hurt Business. That was my favorite faction. And yes, Bobby got a point. Through the pandemic, there were a couple highlights of the pandemic. And along with Asuka, the Hurt Business was another one. They kept them pandemic shows. That was something good about the Thunderdome era, was the Hurt Business. And the thing is, they single-handedly killed Retribution. And they were over as fuck. And next thing, because I remember I had my Hurt Business shirt on. Well, I got the Bobby Lashley shirt on first. Then I got the MVP shirt. I was in Walmart, and all the way up in the suburbs of my area. And people come to me talking about that's the shit right there, the Hurt Business. And online I see everybody like walking dogs, so they had these Hurt Business shirts on. I was like, wow, they really getting over it. And then as soon as the crowd comes back, Vince kills the whole thing. They never got a chance to excel, because honestly, it could have been two dominant factions on two shows. It could have been the Bloodline on Smackdown and the Hurt Business on Raw. That's how it could have been.
Two dominant factions? What is that? We only need one dominant faction. That's Roman Reigns.
And to be honest with you, as like it could have grown, you could have had Hurt Business versus the Bloodline for War Games easily.
What is War Games? What is that?
But Vince blew that show away. But he has a point. Vince is gone. Vince is gone. Okay, he is retired from the company. He is done. Triple H is in charge right now. And when you look at it, factions are growing in WWE, because it also needs, it helps out for the tag team division also. We have Brawling Brutes. We have Hit Row. We have New Day. We have Damage Control. We have Judgment Day. We have the OC. Like it's almost like AEW now. We got factions everywhere on Raw and on SmackDown. Oh, we got was it Legado del Fantasma that just got there. We have so many things of different factions. I'm like, why not the Hurt Business? Why not 2.0? Now, me personally, like, will they? Now, me personally, I'm like, okay, if he really wants to bring Shelton and Cedric back, you have to do a lot with them because they have been treated like garbage for the past year since they disbanded the Hurt Business. They've been treated like it's almost been 2 years. They've been treated like shit. They've been on Main Event. They have been places where nobody has seen them or done anything with them. So it's like you're not going to be the almighty Bobby Lashley, who just what people may see turned heel at Crown Jewel, which I don't think Hurt Business need to be. They can work as a face or a heel group. It doesn't matter. They just be serious. They can do that, but there has to be more to build up Shelton and it was Cedric Alexander. You need to. I mean, MVP had Omos stay by. I was like, but it worked. MVP worked so much better with Bobby Lashley, and they know that. And Vince just broke out to reinsure that there was going to be no more Hurt Business. But Bobby said he going to do everything in his power, and I think Triple H is going to listen to him, like, because why wouldn't he? Now, obviously, it's not like I think what Triple H is doing is like he's playing the long game, because according to well, I wouldn't know according to, but it's been rumored that Triple H and his creative team had plans already written out all the way to the summer of next year, because they already have the WrestleMania cards booked, like what they want to do for WrestleMania. And I believe that because Triple H is a long-term booker, and I think bringing the Hurt Business back, maybe at the end of the year or at the top of the year, you know, because Mr. 225, he wants to put it in the oven, start it slow, and cook that thing up. I think he can do it, but you got to build up and bring the members back, or if you want to get new members and do that. And I'm all for that. Now, we know how much you have made fun of me, but this is a recent interview. This is from when he was in Saudi Arabia. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, the Hurt Business is cool and all, but if you do it, you're gonna have to get some fresh meat. You can't have the Hurt Business be with 40-year-olds again.
So you feel as though, I mean, well, Bobby and MVP are the older ones. Obviously, they're going to be the same ones.
Bobby, MVP, and Shelton are all in their mid-40s.
That is true.
Yes, and Cedric, I mean, we don't know how old he could be, 39 for all we know. But, no, I mean, like, just get, like, Bobby, maybe Bobby and Shelton, they're two mid-carders or something.
Well, I mean, MVP was great as the manager. I think that should stay. I think he's great as the manager. I don't want Omos touching nowhere near this group. But
I think they're building up Shelton again, because you haven't been watching Main Event. I haven't either, but I've been keeping up with Shelton. He's been winning every week, and he was actually in a tag team with partially in a tag team with R-Truth before R-Truth got injured. But like when I say he's wearing his old gear and everything.
Oh, okay. See, okay.
And not the gold standard gear, but the one before the gold standard when he was like fighting like Shawn Michaels.
Oh, okay. Oh, see,
he's wearing that gear.
Yeah, and, you know, he has been cutting some kind of promos or like the WWE exclusive interviews and stuff like that. So I do think that, you know, as Triple H is doing, like, it's in the play. I have not seen Cedric, so I don't know what's going on with.
He's been getting beat up by Shelby.
Oh, so yeah, but
he the one that Shelby beating up every week.
But me personally, I'm like, you know what? If Cedric's not the way you want to go, why not Ricochet?
I mean, do they have to be all black? Can we do like somebody else?
Well,
just a question.
No, you me personal question, or how you think Bobby would want it?
No, I'm asking you. Like, do they have to be all black, or can they be like?
You know, to be honest, I like the people of color. To be honest with you, however,
I mean, yeah.
However, if they fit, it's cool. Like, okay, like if it was like Mustafa Ali, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But if it's somebody like carrying, well, he had the Hitman gimmick. But if it's somebody like Drew McIntyre or Pete Dunne or like somebody like they don't fit to me, in the Hurt Business. But if you're going by, if you're thinking about like, well, there's this person that's not doing anything right now. It don't necessarily. I mean, it don't have to be. I'm saying, but as of right now, I can't think of anybody that necessarily would fit that narrative of who would want to be part of the Hurt Business. It's not a group that said it had to be black, but it was also. But once again, you don't want to over political anything. Like it's not the Nation from back in the day, where the whole point of the Nation was to be black. But this one, it was just more so, like Bobby was saying, it was more about a black group that dressed nice, that was making universal appeal. Nobody loved. I mean, well, a lot of people, especially in the black community, in the color community, loved Her Business because it was cool to see a group of smooth-looking black dudes. But also, they were, universal. They crossed both sides. The guy that asked me about the shirt, why was a white guy. A lot of people I see in Twitter photos, are white folks with Her Business show. They just love the group because the group was cool. They were sharp. They did cool shit, and it felt like they were going away from the Vince McMahon book. It's kind of like when New Day came about. It wasn't like, well, let's get it happened to be 3 black guys.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if maybe Apollo Taker joins it, or
I mean, I wouldn't mind that neither. Like to do it fresh. Cause I wouldn't mind Apollo, but Grayson, like somebody like Grayson Waller or Joe Gacy, don't fit to me.
No. Even like at one point, Cedric and Ali was a tag team. Maybe they could be the tag team of the Hurt Business, and then Bobby and somebody else. Yeah. I don't know.
Like, to me, Mustafa Ali fits to me. He fits to me. It's I don't know why he fits, but he fits to me. It seems like if they wanted to put him part of that and start a Hurt Business 2.0, he fits the mold for me. But like I said, but I don't know if Bobby wants to be like, look, I want to do it like how I originally had it when it came to Shelton and Cedric, myself, and things like that. And you know what? And if it's a black group, it's cool because look, nobody was asking if Evolution like this. Do they gotta be all white dudes? You know they're gonna pick all white dudes. This is the way it was.
I mean, wasn't nobody in the company at that time but Booker T and Devon.
Yeah, Sean was there during Evolution.
Barely.
No. Sean was there right there.
Shelton was with Charlie Haas.
Yeah, I'm saying we had, whether we was counting or not, we had black folks in the company still. I mean, we have more now than we did back then, but still, it's just like that's just the group.
Mm-hmm. Devon was doing the just call my name.
Yeah. I never looked at Evolution was like, damn, are they gonna add a black dude? Like I'm an Evolution fan. I loved Evolution. That was one of my favorite groups back in the day. And I never looked at Her Business like, well, are they gonna do they need to add a white guy? No, they fucking cool. To me, the Her Business is Black Evolution. That's how I looked at it.
Okay.
They had the suits. They were fly. They did things, they did things smooth, but they hurt the shit out of you. And what made it cool was they were legitimate ass kickers. That Cedric, I don't know his background like that, but Bobby is the Army, and he was a legit, MMA fighter. Shelton Benjamin is like a legit tough guy with, his great actual amateur wrestling battle. He helped train Brock Lesnar, okay? So, yeah. And then MVP, he's tough in his own right. Also, like, it was like some legit tough dude. So, of course, you would see something like that and think like, oh, Hurt Business. So, I have no reason why I shouldn't believe that the Hurt Business won't be back. Like, but it's like, are they gonna come back on Raw? No. Is it they gonna come back by Survivor Series? Absolutely not. I'm saying, but I do think by maybe the end of the year, or maybe by the Royal Rumble. But I think by Mania next year, like, cause I don't see why not. Look, Bobby's a priority to them on Raw, okay, and we know that he going to, after the results that happened at Crown Jewel, they're gonna run that Lesnar match back. And this time, I don't know if they want him to have some help involved in that, or have Brock destroy the whole Hurt Business, something, whatever the case may be, like they did for Goldberg. I don't know, but
Yeah, but if they do it or not do it, I think they're gonna have to change MVP out.
I'm saying, but he could be the JJ Dillon. He could be the manager.
Manager or not, I'm just saying, as far as wrestling wise, they need to change that fourth guy.
Oh yeah, no. I'm saying I think it should be 4 guys with MVP as the manager.
Yeah.
So kind of like the 4 horsemen back in the day. You had Flair, Wyndham, Arn, and Tully, and then you had JJ Dillon as the manager. So I'm like, I'm cool with that. So I'm cool with them doing, Bobby, Shelton, Cedric, and Apollo, or Ricochet, and you can make Ricochet and Cedric a tag team, whatever the case may be. If Shelton's trying to do another mid-card run, you can do it that way, and MVP be the mouthpiece. Because look, let's be real, Bobby's getting a little bit better, but Bobby's still not the better. He's not the mouthpiece. Neither is Cedric, neither is Shelton. That's what MVP's job for, is to put this thing over. Depending on how they feel about Omos, just keep Omos far away from this group.